Good evening, each and everyone. Welcome everyone for our library meditation session. Tuesday has become the day that we all of us who used to be a library participants in meditation in library sessions get together and then and practice our meditation. So let's. I'm so glad that you all decided this evening to come and join in this meditation session. As usual, we are going to practice loving kindness meditation and meditation on breathing. And as you know, that meditation is mainly a training, training of our mind. When we talk about loving kindness, most of the time we tend to think about loving kindness as an emotion, as a response, as something that momentarily, arises in our mind. But yes, definitely there's an emotional aspect to our loving kindness. There's a momentary aspect to our loving kindness, but mainly it's really important that if we can um, understand the kind of loving kindness that we are trying to train is a kind of a skill rather than a momentary um, experience of emotion. The loving kindness that we are trying to cultivate is a skill. So there's a big difference in understanding loving kindness as a skill as opposed to a momentary emotion. The reason that we know it is a skill because um, uh, whatever skill that you have trained in your life, you have trained that skill by practicing it again and again. Maybe you have a skill to sew. Maybe you have a skill to for craft working. Maybe you have a skill to like even to cook. Whatever skill that you have, those skills have been developed as a result of practicing and doing it again and again, and it becomes initially we didn't know how to do that. Even like simple things like driving, we didn't know how to do it. But but careful practice and repetitive engagement has allowed us to be good in that skill. In the same way, the loving kindness is also a skill. Being able to accept the behaviors, the nature, and the qualities of the people. Being able to wish well-being, being able to maintain goodwill towards all beings is a skill. But of course, we have the capacity. We have main capacity within us. But we need. We Although we have that capacity, it doesn't mean that we have fully honed it, fully sharpen it. So while we all have that capacity to maintain friendliness, maintain goodwill, that will help us to maintain inner peace and inner well-being and good health and everything. And that capacity can be cultivated and developed. So, what we mean by practicing loving kindness? So, there are so many challenges for us to maintain this friendly attitude towards everyone, and this is really difficult to maintain this attitude of goodwill towards everyone because we encounter situations and people in our life that that are quite frustrating, and in those cases, we it is challenging for us to maintain such an attitude. I think we already have talked that loving kindness doesn't mean that we accept or we agree with everyone, but loving kindness meaning that we maintain the goodwill, the friendliness to us all. Because if we can do that, if we can maintain that goodwill and friendliness to us all most of the time, and that can help so many others that we encounter, but mainly it will help ourselves, mainly to promote our own well-being and own good health. So why we need to practice this loving kindness is that it is not easy. It is not easy to maintain this loving, friendly goodwill um, towards everyone all the time. It's not easy. Therefore, we need to develop it as a skill, as a skill. So what we mean by practicing loving kindness, how we practice loving kindness? We practice loving kindness mentally, verbally, and of course physically. So these are the three ways that we can cultivate this skill. In loving kindness meditation, in typical sitting meditation, we we cultivate our loving kindness mentally. Of course, sometimes we also say things, and there's also verbal part to it. But mainly, we kind of train our mind to generate this wish of well-being. It's more like turning the mind towards loving kindness. Yeah, it's not. So keep on turning our mind to that loving kindness, generating that wish of well-being. With that willingness for everyone to be well, and that friendliness. So we do it again and again. We do that to all people, but we start with ourselves, because and doing and that true loving kindness to ourselves and accepting ourselves with our weaknesses, with our failures, with our strengths and successes, and overall we accepting oneself, who we are, is the basis for us to accept others also in the same way. So, in our loving kindness meditation, we practice loving kindness mentally by generating this wish of well being again and again, again and again to different groups of people. The more we purposefully create these thoughts, create these wishes, when we purposely make these wishes again and again, again and again, we are training this skill in our mind. Then we can also practice our loving kindness with our words. Of course, whenever we meet people, we can practice our loving kindness through the way we speak to them. Of course, our greetings are the very important ways that we can practice loving kindness. But whatever the way we speak, we try to speak kindly. We try to speak friendly, and you can see whenever we speak kindly and friendly, you can see how others are also changing and reflecting that friendliness and kindness to to us. I know that it's not easy, but the more we do it, the more we do it, it becomes easy. I think I like our friend Tim's Tim's email. He used the word that in loving kindness, sometimes we have to fake it until we make it. So what I think what is the real meaning there is actually sometimes we may not feel like we may not feel like talking friendly with someone. Maybe when you meet someone in the stores, or you may not feel like talking to that person in a friendly way, but we are doing this practice. When you practice, we had to do some commitment, we had to have some courage, when we practice anything, we do it not because we feel like doing it, because we know that it is the best thing to do, and it's going to be useful if you do it. So in the same way, when we practice loving kindness verbally, although we don't feel like doing it, but as a practice we do it with some strength, with some effort. And then after we do it quite often, it becomes something natural, and we feel like doing it also. And we can practice that whenever you meet when you go to whenever you meet any person, and try to initiate usually we are friendly with everyone, but sometimes we can show our friendliness a little bit little bit more. And maybe when you meet a cashier, just try to like verbally express your care, your concern, your loving kindness, and you can see how the other person changes and smiles and shines, and then reflect and give that loving kindness back to you. So we practice loving kindness verbally. At the same time, we can also practice loving kindness physically. Physically also we can practice loving kindness. That is definitely helping someone with using our body. Of course, we can um, give, we can donate, we can physically help. Of course, I know that many of you will open the doors for people who need such a help, and those physical. We can use our body to express our loving kindness and let people know that we care for them. So I think during this period, during this pandemic period, we may not get many opportunities to physically practice loving kindness, but there can be, like, you can even do some simple help for others, like buying groceries, and using your body to practice loving kindness. Recently, I came across with a very interesting story. Even it appeared in ABC News. This story is about 84 years old widow who was living in British Columbia, Canada. And this old lady, and her house was next to a secondary school. So she was living with her husband, and of course, husband was older than her, and her husband passed away. She's 84 years old, a widow. Husband passed away, and of course by herself in this small house. And you have all the reasons to be depressed. You have all the reasons to upset. But this um, lady, what she did, because she was next to a secondary school, and she used to sit in next to the window of the house. She opened her windows and moved those curtains a little bit away, and so anybody can see her, and she started to sit uh, near that window. And whenever students pass her house, whenever students are going to the school passing her house, she start to wave them. like with a big, nice smile, she start to wave. So initially, students, some students, felt it strange, but after, so gradually, what happened there actually, student also start to wave her back. So after a while, she was steady. Whenever students are coming to the school, she was there in that window with a big smile, waving. Whenever students look at that window, she is waving. And she is waiting when the school is over, when students are going back, and she was doing that. And after a while, this became a kind of routine and habits, and all the children, students who are going to school, whenever they want some kind of warmth in their heart, and whenever they want some cheerfulness, she will look at that window. She will look at her window, and she will definitely wave with a big smile. So later, students felt that, and whenever we want some warmth, whenever we want some upliftment, one thing we can do is just to look at that window, and she's there to wave us. I was thinking that's a perfect example of using our body to practice loving kindness, just waving with a nice smile. So she was doing this simple act, but it's kind of helped these children a lot. These students who are coming to the school with, in their house, they may have certain, stress, tensions, and issues at home, and pressure from the studies. But when she wear with a nice smile, and that's kind of helped them to lighten themselves up. So she was doing such a great help for these students to start their day in a very positive manner. Even when they are going back home, she was waving, and everybody trusted her that she's there for us to feel good, to feel energetic whenever we want, because she's there to wave for us. So I think just doing that waving, is a physical gesture that is a practice of loving kindness. So for this lady who is there, by herself, and while she was giving this, practicing this loving kindness with a wave, and helping these students to lighten themselves, and she's also helping herself a lot, and she's healthy, and she's cheerful, and when she see this small children, this is students of the secondary school, wave her back, they with their smile, and develop trust in her, and develop this routine. Whenever they pass by, they make sure to look at that window and wave her, and that kind of help her to to remain healthy and strong. I think that is the miracle of loving kindness. So I really hope that it's a skill, for her to do that waving, in that near that window when she is by herself, and she needed this training. She should have develop this skill somehow. I don't know exactly how she developed, because she has all the reasons to be depressed, to be to feel down. But she had that skill. She had trained that skill, and she used her body, used her hand to show her loving kindness to others, and that helped her too, and that helped many others too. So we need to understand that. So when we understand our loving kindness as a skill, we don't want others to make us feel loving or lovable. We don't, of course, we don't want others to initiate that. We can initiate that. We can initiate a friendly discussion. We can initiate a friendly wish. We can initiate a friendly gesture. And then we know that loving kindness is contagious, so it can help others also to bring their loving kindness out, and then start to interact in that way. So let's understand that loving kindness is a skill, and once we develop that skill, and it's going to really help us, and it's really help us to remain friendly, remain kind, and remain peaceful all the time, because no matter whatever happening, we have that friendly attitude at the bottom. We know that although some people may become maybe unfriendly, maybe aggressive, maybe harsh at sometimes. We know that they are doing it because they are going through some sort of suffering. So we will not be disturbed by their outward expression of anger or negativity, and we can feel their suffering inside. So when we have that kind of understanding and this friendly attitude, we'll be able to maintain or remain friendly and remain peaceful in most of the time in our life. But it is a skill. We need to train it. We need to develop it. How we can train it? We can train it mentally. We can train it verbally. We can train it physically. Right now, we are going to train it mentally. That is why you are here for this meditation. Okay, let us start our practice. As usual, we will start our body with our body movements. Our body movements can help us to bring our whole attention to this present moment. The key to meditation is to really be here at this moment, and not in our mental world, virtual realities, but in this real, actual moment. And how we can do it is to bring our attention to our body. And let us do some few body movements and create more sensation in the body so we can be in the body, which means be in the moment. Okay, let's do that. Sit comfortably, adjust your body. Let us start with our neck rotation. Okay, let us pay our attention to our neck, and we try to tilt our head and try to touch our chest with our chin. And then we will try to rotate or roll our neck all the way, giving a nice stretch to all the sides of the neck. Keeps your eyes open. Go the next round and feel all this stretch happening there. Let's go for the third round. Okay, now let's rotate to the other direction. Okay, third round. Okay, now take a moment. Take a moment to observe what you feel around your neck. Do you feel any sensation right now as a result of that movement? Just catch those ordinary sensations. They can help you to be in this moment. Okay, let us do our second movements. You can lock your hands and then stretch your hands to the forward. Okay, now slowly bring your hands all the way up. Give a nice stretch to your back. Give a nice, we can lengthen our spine and give a nice stretch. Very nice. Let us do a few bending to give a nice bend into our spine and create more sensation. Take a breath in here. When you breathe out, bend to your right, giving a nice bending. Don't move your legs, only the upper body. And breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, let's go to the opposite direction. Nice stretch. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, going back again to the right. Releasing the air, feeling the stretch. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, going back again to the left, stretching, feeling the stretch through the arms and the ribs. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, going back again, giving a nice bend to the spine, stretching all these muscles. Breathing into the middle. Breathing out, going back again, giving a nice stretch. Keep breathing in, come to the middle. Okay, now we can unlock our hands and gently bring our hands all the way down, feeling all the sensation throughout the hands and the arms. Take a moment to rest and try to feel all these sensations occurring throughout the arms. Just feel all these subtle sensations arising now and be in your body. Nowhere else, right here in your body. Let us do one more movement. This time we will relax our body. We are going to purposely tighten our body and then drop everything to relax our body. Okay, let's do it. When you're breathing in, try to shrug your shoulders. Breathing in, shrug in the shoulders and tighten your muscles, and even you can clench your teeth. Tighten, tighten, tighten everything. Breathing in, tighten, and then breathing out, drop everything. Relax your mouth and drop in the shoulders. Feel those relaxed muscles. Again, breathing in, shrug the shoulders, clench the teeth, tighten everything, tighten, 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 hold the breath, tighten, breathe out. Relax your shoulders, lower your jaw, drop your shoulders, feel relaxation. Let's do one more time. Breathing in, shrug the shoulders, and tighten the muscles, tighten the teeth, everything tight, 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 tight. Breathe out. Drop everything. Relax everything. Okay, take a moment to feel the body. Feel all the sensation around your shoulders, relaxed muscles. Feel them all. Be in your body, right here and now. Let us now prepare for deep meditation with this awareness of the body. You can adjust your body. You can maintain that tall body. You can drop your shoulders while your spine is in natural shape. It is erect, but your shoulders are dropping. You keep your chin somewhat parallel with the earth, resting your palms on your lap. Now try to be in your body. Feel your body, where your legs are touching now. Closely feel where your feet are touching. Slowly come to the upper body and feel where your body meets the chair or cushion. Feel that sensation of touch and the pressed muscles. And feel the upper body. Feel your clothes all around your back, around your shoulder blades. And just continue to explore all other different parts of the body. This is a good time to check in with our body. Just go around the body and feel it everywhere. I'm going to ring this bell. and do a chant to help you to stay with your body. Throughout the bell and the chant, stay with your body. Just go through your body. Be with your body. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. With this awareness of the body, we can relax our body. We can further relax this body. This is a good time that we can let our body to completely relax. We can relax our facial muscles. We can simply drop the jaw inside our mouth. Relax in the muscles there. We can invite a gentle smile to our face. Relax in our mind, our face further. When we breathe out, we can allow our chest to drop further a little bit down. With every breath, we can let our body to further relax. We will let our hands, our fingers and palms to simply be there with no holdings, no tightness, simply letting our palms and hands just to be there. With this relaxed body, let us bring our whole attention to our mind. Let us watch what is in our mind right now. Whatever thoughts, whatever memories occurring in our mind, let us watch them as they are appearing right now. Various thoughts, memories randomly occurring in our mind. This is the nature of ordinary mind. Let us now make an effort to purposely generate a wholesome thought, a wholesome quality in our mind. This is a good time that we can purposely direct our mind to a wholesome quality. This is a good time for us to practice loving kindness mentally. Let us now open our heart and generate this loving kindness, this goodwill, this wish of well being, this friendliness. We all have this capacity, the deep in our mind, willingness for everyone to be well, a goodwill towards all beings. Let us now bring that capacity out and genuinely making that wish. Just like when we see a little baby, smiling face of a little baby, just like when we are petting a puppy or kitten, how do we feel? Let us open our heart just like that. Opening our heart. Let us wish well being to all of them. We can cultivate this loving kindness quality to become stronger and stronger. The more wishes we make, the stronger loving kindness becomes. Let us start with ourselves. This living being sitting here, this is also one of the living beings who deserve this loving kindness. Let us start with this being. Let us direct that loving kindness towards this whole person sitting here, making a wish. May this person sitting here be well. Be safe. Be healthy. Be peaceful. Be generous to yourself. Be kind to yourself and just make all good wishes you can make to yourself. If you have a special concern, make a specific wish for yourself right now. Let us take a moment to direct this loving kindness to our body. This body that has been helping us to live this precious human life. We will continue to wish well being to all these organs, all these systems in this body. May these lungs helping us even right now to breathe, this whole respiratory system, be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digesting system, all the organs throughout this digesting system that help us to digest what we eat, all the organs, the stomach, the liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, the whole digesting system, be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys that help us to release the toxins from the body, may these kidneys and whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the spinal cord, the whole brain, all the regions of the brain, the whole nervous system. Be well. Be healthy. Be healed. May this whole body allow this loving kindness intention to travel throughout the body, from the top of the head all the way to the tips of the toes. May this whole body be well. Be healthy. Be healed. Let us now expand this loving kindness beyond ourselves to everyone else. Let us share this loving kindness generously, wish the same well-being to everyone. May all people who are known to us, all our beloved family members, all our good friends and colleagues, may all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this loving kindness beyond the people that we know to all others. May all people living in our immediate neighborhood and in this whole surrounding area, in this whole city, no matter whoever they are, may all people living throughout this city be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this loving kindness as far as we can. Let us widen this loving kindness as wide as we can. May all people living throughout this region, throughout all different parts of this country, may all of them, people who are going through infections, people who are going through all different difficulties, may they all be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish to all other people living in all other different countries. May all people living in all different countries, may every one of them, all people throughout the world, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. Let us expand this loving kindness as wide as we can to include as many beings as we can to our loving kindness. May all people, may all other living beings living everywhere in all different directions, all sentient beings, visible and invisible beings, all life forms, each and every living organism, without exception, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Rejoice, this loving kindness that embraces all beings, the loving kindness that has no barriers, no restrictions, pervaded to every direction, embracing all beings. Rejoice. Let us now gently bring our whole attention to our breath. We can abide in this peace, the peace that we develop through loving kindness. We can enhance this peace by simply resting with our breath. Let us bring our full attention to our breath in this peaceful, calm moment. We can feel our breath. The breath is moving in, filling the lungs and coming out. This is truly happening now. Let us simply pay attention to the experience of every breath. Every breath is a fresh breath. Every breath has a fresh sensations to feel. Let us be with our breath. Rest with our breath. In these last few minutes, let us make a full effort to be with our breath. I will do a chant to help you to stay with your breath. Throughout this chant, be with your breath and rest with your breath. Sukhi diga yuko bhava Sukhi diga yuko bhava Sukhi diga yuko Suki diga yuku bo. Gently come out of the meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have peaceful meditation in our life. Feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters in the past who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Feel grateful to anyone who helped your meditation tonight, and to anyone at home who tried not to disturb your meditation but to support your meditation tonight. And feel grateful to this device that helped you to connect to this meditation, and to your cushion, to your chair, and anything that helped your meditation. With deep gratitude to all people and all things that made this meditation possible for us today, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, everyone. It was so nice to have you all in our meditation. So I hope that may you bring this peace to the rest of your week, and we hope to see you next week. And meanwhile, have a good weekend. And thank you, Sue. Thank you, Pekka. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for joining us today. And hope to see you next week. If you like, leave us a message. And I wish you a great week ahead.